Good morning. So I'm driving. I'm having these thoughts that we choose our own state of mind. We choose the emotion that we are feeling. All of the emotions that are in the universe, all of the different vibrations coincide. They exist parallel. They exist within each other. I need to pay attention. They exist within each other in constant consistency. So whatever emotion we choose to connect to, it's a vibration, right? And all of the vibrations are in existence at all times. We can choose which vibration we choose, and whichever vibration we choose gains momentum within our lives. And now we are also interconnected with all of the other beings in the universe. And so when we are living within a city that is majority are in a specific state of mind or in a specific emotion or state, then that state is more alive around us. That vibration is getting more attention. That vibration is dominant in our surroundings. Now, it doesn't mean that all the other vibrations don't exist. They do exist. But it just means that we have to be able to purify our own state of existence, our own emotions. We have to be able to hold our own, and with strength of mind and strength of emotion, connect to the emotions that we want and create momentum within that emotion or within that state. It's all interconnected. So our thoughts and our emotions work together. So if we're having a specific thought, there are certain emotions that are connected to that thought. And if we can take control over our minds, first of all, purify our minds. Purify our minds by choosing the thoughts that we allow to enter into our minds. And also purify our minds in a way that we have to align them with our emotions, but also it's kind of like not only align them with our emotions, but we also have to create intention and create alignment between the two. That means that if we have a thought that makes us feel a certain way, we have to really inspect why. Go deep with the thought, go all the way into the thought, not just allow that thought topically to create the emotion, but go deep within that thought and see why it is creating that emotion, why we are living in that state, why we are thinking those thoughts. And so many of our thoughts are not our own thoughts. They're thoughts that were given to us. They're thoughts that are topical. They're thoughts that we were taught to think. They're a consensus. They are the thoughts of society that we were programmed with alongside the emotion. So many times the emotion is false. We think a thought and it's not in alignment with our higher selves, and so we have a emotion about it. Or a lot of times we'll have a thought that is in alignment with our inner being, and we will have a negative reaction to it because we were taught not to think that. We were taught that is false when it's truly our true self speaking. We go into schools and we're programmed to think that we have to be competitive, that we have to, find fault in others in order for us to be. We're always and constantly comparing ourselves to others, which is also a tool, because we are always, just like Einstein said, we are relevant to our surroundings. But at the same time, we are not only relevant, we are also our own individual being and our own individual specialness and uniqueness, and we have our own gifts that we've come to give to the world and our own way of delivering those gifts. We were being given this outer shell of a body that that is imperfect, perfect for the message that we have come to give the world. So we are always divine, and we are always perfect, and we are always exactly where we need to be. And every single one of us has a purpose in our existence. So it's finding that and realizing that, and then harnessing that and taking control over that, which means that we're basically taking control over our own minds and our own emotions, which come to serve as a purpose, and which have come to teach us something and to expand us. And within our own expansion, within our own individual work and our own inner work, we are doing our outer work. They go together. So we don't have to search, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? When we come into alignment within our own selves, that will become evident in itself, and that will shine out of us once we become aligned within ourselves first. So it's all about bringing our thought and our emotion and marrying the two to where they work together simultaneously and become one. So it's like finding inner union. Inner union, though, is in so many different ways. But once you find inner union, the inner union is between your masculine and feminine, between your mind and your heart, emotion, between your soul and your body, between your contrasts within, between all of your emotions have the two sides, right? You have the ups and the downs. You have, which each side comes to teach you something, and each side is in contrast. So we are, this existence is contrast. It's our meeting with the physical world. It's our meeting with our own selves. It's the inner meeting of our soul and our body. It's finding that perfect balance in between. And when you find that perfect balance, finding perfect balance is the ultimate, what I have been learning lately is that the ultimate spiritual awakening is finding the perfect balance in between. It's finding a place of just being suspended, not grasping at anything, not trying to live the highs, not trying. When you come into that perfect alignment, there is no effort in it. You become yourself, and you automatically, there's no thought in it. You are drawn to what you need to be doing or where you need to be. And that's something I'm also finding within myself, is that I'm kind of letting myself off the hook. I'm kind of letting myself, even when I have thoughts of, wait, why are you doing this? I'm going with the flow so that I can figure it out, so that I can find, going after my heart and realizing within why my heart was drawing me to that. And I feel like the more I just allow, the more I am becoming, and the more everything is becoming evident to me, and the more I am just in acceptance of what is, and the more I am in love with my life and in love with everyone and everything around me. I see how everything is divine, how I am divine and I am divinely guided. Everything is perfect exactly as it is. There's nothing that I have to do. As long as I am in expansion, which is my God's work, being in expansion. As long as I'm in expansion, whatever needs to be coming out of me is coming out of me. And I'm always exactly where I need to be in every moment. So I appreciate you watching, and thank you. Until next time, I'll come back.